Stay. Good girl. We are back at our own house that we finished.
We're here in the mudroom. When we started building this house, I knew that I wanted a star and cross floor somewhere, and the mudroom was the perfect spot. We found this really beautiful handmade tile from Fire Clay. The cross color is called Shale. The star is called Halite. And I just love how it's the two different colors. It's contrasting. It's got a cool pattern to it. And I just think they came out beautiful.
One of my favorite things actually, which is a small detail, but I feel like it's a big deal for me anyway, and I know Susan likes it too, is these aria vents. You know, you got this nice black frame around it, and then these little vents actually just pop right out, and they put the tile right in it, and it follows the whole pattern of the floor, so it just continues. So it's pretty cool. It's a little bit different of a look. Again, small detail, but it's the small things that make the big things.
So in this mudroom, we did floor to ceiling cabinets. We did a ton of storage. We did a lot of drawers. We did cubbies up on top because we have stuff in the winter that we don't use all year round. And then I wanted to add a little bit of texture so that it wasn't all one color. So we did this cool black mesh on some of the doors that matches all the hardware.
It's a little stale, but
It's still good.
like one of the kids left the package open.
Yeah. This section here we did because we wanted an area where we could charge things, a place to drop the mail, a place to keep all that stuff. So this is a little countertop with the stained oak. We have a charging outlet, and then again, up on the upper cabinets, we did the mesh just to add a little bit of texture. And then as you make your way down, we did two sections of storage, one for us, one for the kids, because they tend to overflow into our spaces. So all the spaces are separate. We did the oak bench, and then Paul, you really wanted these drawers on the bottom.
I did. People like the bench seat with it just open underneath, and I always feel like all you see is just shoes like vomiting out of this. So at least with here, you can fill your drawers, and these are actually pretty deep. They're kind of deceiving of how deep they actually are. So you can actually fit quite a bit in here. A lot of the times I tell clients, if you have the ability and it's in the budget, heat the mudroom floor. When you come in the wintertime with boots and rain and wet and snow and everything's soaking wet, you can literally just throw it on the floor. The floor dries out and all your stuff dries out. So it's pretty amazing.
For extra storage on the opposite wall, we did a whole bunch of additional hooks because there's always backpacks, coats, just things everywhere. So we filled this whole wall with additional storage, and then we also did a built-in chalkboard because there's always a bunch of different schedules to juggle. So this is a good place when you're going in and out to just see what's happening. The door to the mudroom is beautiful. It's a reclaimed wood door. We have a bunch of these throughout the house. We did the reeded glass, so it still lets some light in, but if there's a mess in there, you can just shut the door and you don't have to really look at anything. So it's one of the things that I love throughout the house because it adds some character, it adds some continuity, and it's something that you see in a few different rooms.
After you're done staring at this beautiful room and you need to clean up before supper time, there's a fine looking bathroom right around the corner that we can go check out. This is my favorite place to wash up before supper.
This is the main floor bathroom. This is kind of the powder room. We did make it a full bathroom, so we have a first floor shower in case we ever need it, although nobody ever uses it. I wanted to have kind of a fun, interesting wall, so we went with the bright green square tile on the back wall of the shower. And we brought that green back into the floor. We did a floor with a light pattern that has those same colors through it. And then the vanity is also kind of a light blue-green. I wanted this bathroom to feel a little fun. I also wanted it to be pretty and interesting. And I just love the way the blue-greens look. So I thought that this would be a good place to put that in the house. The fixtures have a lot of detail, and I just think it adds a lot of character, which a lot of times is missing in a new house. I think when you have a powder room or a bathroom that all your guests are going to use, you want to have something that's just a little bit more interesting.
She did this whole entire back wall here tile, so it goes all the way from the corner of the shower all the way to the door. It's a cool feature when you walk in. I think it's a little different than normal. I think a lot of people are used to kind of some of the old school where they do like the half tile around the whole bathroom thing, but I actually really like how this whole thing looks, and it brightens it up for a small space since we can only get a tiny window in.